Hello, this is Bob Wood, behavior analyst and professional coach to businessmen and women. People often ask me to explain what's involved in coaching of business people. When I started my business career in 1989 after 10 years in the military, Tony Robbins was just getting started in his career, and I think he coined the term coaching for business, financial independence, and relationships. Before that, we associated coaching primarily with sports. But today, everybody from high-level executives to middle and lower-level managers of every size company, as well as independent business owners and entrepreneurs, they all have a coach that give them feedback and perspective that others inside and outside of their organizations are not able to give them with objectivity, and that they may not be aware of to improve their personal and company performance. I remember listening to Tony Robbins' personal power tapes in my car, going to and from work in 1989, and then writing out my goals and exercises in my journal. I still have that journal today. That was the extent of business coaching available in those days. We read books and listened to tapes and tried to apply what we learned to our lives. Some of it stuck and some of it didn't, and much of it I probably missed because listening to the tapes over and over again, I learned something new each time I listened. This is thinking condition 2 in the terminology of Dr. Bob Smith, who is an axiologist who trained me in the science of formal axiology, which is how we think and make decisions. I use this science in my coaching program. The 4 thinking conditions that I learned from Dr. Bob Smith are very important to our success, and I teach them in the coaching programs. We spend most of our time in thinking condition 3, known as responding, and it is an automatic thinking condition driven by thinking patterns that are ingrained in us and cause us to respond automatically under normal thinking conditions. Our responses are predictable in condition 3 thinking because our consistent patterns of thinking. Thinking condition 4 is automatic as well, but stress and emotion are added to condition 3. So our thinking is more narrowly focused and limited, but is still predictable. Conditions 1 and 2 are both deliberate thinking conditions, and we generally optimize our thinking when in these 2 conditions, called relating and reflecting. In our coaching programs, most of our time is spent in these 2 deliberate thinking conditions, relating and reflecting. Relating occurs when you are with one or more people, like a coach, and are brainstorming and bouncing ideas off one another. Reflecting occurs when you're by yourself and you take others' points of view into consideration, like when you're reading a book or listening to an audio program. We're able to plot on a graph your condition 3 thinking, where we spend 80 or 90% of our day in that condition 3 thinking. And therefore we can predict your consistent behaviors, motivations, and decision-making patterns. We do this in a 10-minute online assessment that I am willing to share with you at no cost at the end of this video. The report and profile we receive back is the basis for much of our coaching program. Knowing how you think and make decisions on a consistent basis, and knowing this about others you live and work with, is the foundation of our coaching program and the first step to becoming better at whatever you do, even if you have success in your personal and professional life. A business coach, like an athletic coach, is outside of the condition that the player is in, and he can give feedback without the biases that hinder clear thinking. Coaches also have unique skills and tools to interpret and give advice on how to change behavior and results. My expertise is in the science of formal axiology, as I mentioned, how you think and make decisions. And my main tool is our online assessments. When you know how you think, you know how you will likely behave in various conditions. And while relating and reflecting on this information about yourself and others that you live and work with, will make you a more effective and valuable leader. For a free 10-minute online talent profile and more videos and information on our Character to Win coaching and other coaching products and services from Talent Pros International, please visit our website at charactertowin.com/coaching. I'm Bob Wood, aspiring with you to be a leader of character.